Yes, indeed, we have ShineDown here, Double Down here at 98 Rockfest, and the whole crew is here. Looking forward to seeing you guys in just a few minutes. Stoked about the brand new album, The Sound of Madness. Give us a little bit of a feel of what this album means to you guys, what it's all about, and what you put into it.
Barry, go ahead. Love putting him on the spot.
And Barry.
Well, it's a big rock album, and we put our souls into it.
It sounds like
I got to say. It was.
We put our heart too in it.
A little bit of heart
and a little bit of mind.
What's left of it?
And a little bit of sugar and a little bit of spice and nothing nice.
No. No, I mean, and look, I got to say that just to brag a little bit about 98 Rock, sometimes we got to pat ourselves on the back. And in this case, the world premiere of Devour occurred on the BS here on 98 Rock. It sounded incredible. The storytelling you did about Devour and what that meant. And please elaborate again if those didn't hear it on the BS about a week or so ago. It has something to do, and it's the only song on the album that has to do with politics.
Yeah, and for me, that was one of the things that before we wrote the song or it came about, I kind of questioned whether or not we should do it. But then at the end of the day, we had an opportunity to go a couple years back to Iraq to visit our soldiers and all the troops. And just being over there was a very enlightening experience as what these men and women go through on a daily basis. So coming back, it's basically a song that's, it goes into the, I guess, the premise of the 8 years that George W. Bush has been the president of the United States and kind of what he's done, whether it be good or whether it be bad. I had a lot of frustration as to what I saw in their eyes over there. And it's just my statement to him as to what he's done in these 8 years. And don't get me wrong, you know, far be it from me to say that I could, you know, be the leader of the free world or anything. It's a hard job. But, you know, these men and women over there, you know, they fight every single day for us. And I mean, it's all day long. I mean, there's no breaks over there. And they're just the most extraordinary individuals you could ever come into contact with. So it was kind of a statement to them and a kind of like a battle cry for them to keep their spirits motivated and to let them know that even though they may not know why they're still over there, and hell, I don't know why they're still over there, and we want them to come home. So I guess it was a statement to the president. I mean, you only get 8 years, but this is my comment to him.
It has been an interesting 8 years.
Definitely.
You know, Sound of Madness, which by the way comes out, it's June 24th.
Yes, sir.
That's a big day.
Yeah,
right,
it's a huge day.
And I know things aren't getting any cheaper out there. I know that, you know, gas prices are brutal. I know that times are tough, you know, but I know there's some, George W. Bush did throw out a stimulus package. Some people are getting some tax rebates, and I think they're landing in people's mailboxes as we speak. Hold on to a piece of that for that album because you are going to be blown away by the raw emotion, in my opinion. And I actually got a chance to listen to most of the album. Don't tell anyone.
I won't. Well, you just told a lot of people that.
Don't tell anyone. No,
okay.
It's just us.
Okay.
We're just intimate. But Bill McGathy did give us a little bit of a heads up, and he's like,
who's right over there, by the way.
Who's right over there? Who is just, you know, a god of rock and one of the greatest managers ever.
It's kind of a big deal.
He's a big deal. Bill McGathy. Most people don't know who Bill McGathy is. He's a big deal in this business.
Oh yeah.
And when he shows up on our doorstep and he goes and he has this weird wry smile on his face, we're like, uh-oh, I think you might have the ShineDown album.
Well, we definitely made everybody wait long enough, probably. But
you did.
There was a method to the madness, I guess you would say. You know, it took like about 16, 17 months, you know, for the whole thing to come, you know, now. But I can guarantee everybody this: it'll be worth the wait.
It really is. I mean, you know, there's not often, and people are already talking about this as being the rock record of the year. Period.
That's
I mean,
a big statement to make.
And here's the danger. I mean, I know how you feel. You know, this is your art. This is your soul. This is your, like you said, the madness coming out of you. And people are already saying that, and it hasn't come out. So you don't want to raise expectations to that level because you're like, well, look, I want you to enjoy the album. You know, we don't want you to like go into it with. It's kind of like when you hear about a movie. And you're like, oh my God, it's the greatest movie ever, and you went there and you're like, yeah, it's okay.
Well, I mean, for us, I mean, the record is a total roller coaster ride. I mean, emotionally, that is.
It is.
I mean, with Devour, it is the only political, you know, that kind of touches on that subject on the record. The rest of the album goes through many different, you know, emotional things that people go through on a daily basis, you know. But, you know, it took as long as it did, not only just the music itself, but the lyrical content. We really pushed ourselves in a direction that, at least for me, on the lyrical side of it, I was trying to be a lot more blunt about what I was trying to get my point. Like my point, I needed to get it across and just do it.
Right.
Instead of trying to walk around a bunch of metaphors. And musically, we just want to make it sonically the biggest sounding record that we could possibly make. For the songs on the record, you know, we were able to have A Dream of Mine, and I know Barry's too, and you know, we had a 21-piece orchestra on 4 of the songs, which was a big deal for us.
It was beautiful.
And
were you jacking with their strings? You're like pulling their violins.
I got a little teary-eyed, I won't lie.
That's awesome. And no, it's very emotional, and I think all of your music has been, you know. from Leave a Whisper on. I mean, it has been very an emotional quest, but this album, I got to tell you, I can't wait to get it myself. Which, unfortunately, Bill didn't leave me a copy.
Really?
Which I was upset.
I can have a talk with him about it.
Let's see what we can do.
Live from 98 Rock Fest, Double Down here with the guys from ShineDown, who are going to be going on in just a little bit. It's absolutely happening today. Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Our pleasure.
Can't wait. Get the album June 24th, The Sound of Madness, in stores everywhere as 98 Rock continues in just a moment.